Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen it. We've all seen The Last of Us, right? Real cordyceps and real potential zombies. Of course, we're going to talk about the zombie fungus. And if you guys don't know what it is, that's your typical mushrooms, typical cordyceps. Thank you very much. My name is Kris Rubio. Let's go ahead and do this. Man, I know you're a fan of The Last of Us. I know I am. And there's always a deep fascination with zombies for me on my end because I'm the biggest fan. All I do is just watch zombie movies. That's all I do. And The Last of Us, starring Pedro Pascal, and I forgot the other one, the one that's in the Game of Thrones. That girl, Bella something, is also in it. Very, very good series. And I always fantasize. I'm like, if this happened in real life, are you ready? Because God knows I'm ready. I've been ready. What about you? Are you born? Do you have, just in case like society goes sideways, do you have a go bag? Do you have something? No, you don't. But this documentary here is from CuriosityStream. It's called Attack of the Zombie Fungus. So with that being said, if you guys don't know the way this live stream works, it's basically I'm going to be watching this documentary and I'll be giving my 2 cents about it. So let's start, shall we? So this ant starts out just minding his own business, just climbing out leaves, trying to forage, trying to be a team worker. And all of a sudden, he smells one of these, he gets infected with one of these spores. And then literally 20 minutes to an hours later, it starts acting erratic. It's like, have you ever seen me on cocaine or drugs? It's kind of like that, right? And then all of a sudden it makes its final leap. It climbs up a leaf and then it dies. And then you're like, how did it die? Well, how did it die? There's something that comes out of this guy's head, and of course, it's the fungus. The fungus came out, meaning it was a spore. It was like The Last of Us. Can you imagine just walking around and then going crazy? It's literally an ant's version of meth or cocaine.
It unleashes a new shower of spores into the air. At last, it has no more use for the ant and lets it expire. The zombie ant fungus, proper name, Cordyceps.
Did you hear that name? Did you not see the picture? Did you not see how crazy that looks? I can't even imagine dying like that. If I had a choice between that or a gunshot in the head all day, I can't die like that. That's like a slow, very, very painful death. And that's something I'm not willing to do. I'm guessing it's like equivalent to Alzheimer's, right? It's like it's such a slow death that you just die. I don't want to die in bed if I got any kind of ill cancer or whatever, and it's like one of these terminal illnesses where it takes me a long time to die, and somebody tells me you'll be in bed for the remainder of your life. Just kill me there. Could you just pull the plug there? I don't want to have to just sit, depending on my Netflix subscription, damn it. Depending. If I'm terminal in bed, I better have like all the subscriptions. Paramount, Amazon, Netflix, HBO. What? Let's keep going. CuriosityStream, like what we're watching now. I want everything. By the way, do you know there's 1.5 million different species as far as mushroom and fungi? Did you guys know that? 1.5 million? If they all talked, if they all not even got along, if fungi was the world, I don't even know how many different ethnicities there is in the world. My thing is, they don't get along, I don't think. 1.5 million species? 1.5 million species. You would think that one species would hate another species just by human nature. I mean, it's like how the Asians hate a certain group, or like how a certain group hate Asians, or, am I too jaded to think that different mammals hate other mammals because they look different? I'm thinking that. By the way, this fungi, the way it lives is it eats the dead. That's the way fungus lives. For fungus to live, it eats the dead leaves, the dead animals, the dead bodies that serial killers leave in the forest. You know what I mean? The typical dead stuff. That is your job to eat. It's like maggots, but it's not maggots. It's fungi, dead things. And people are like, oh, that's so nasty. What are you talking about? We eat dead things all the time. What do you think? We eat dead plants. We boil dead plants. We eat dead animals. I mean, every time you go to McDonald's, you are participating in being a fungi. That's pretty eye-opening, right?
On Earth. To survive, they must fight off predators, big and small. Amoebas, bacterias, insects, and animals. This has made fungi super resilient.
Did you hear that? If this is not a metaphor for life, I don't know what is. It's saying fungi is resilient because it always has to fight these things. I don't know if that's not a metaphor for life. That is a metaphor for life. To be resilient, you've got to fight things. To be resilient, you can't be soft. I mean, I don't know how else to say this. There is a difference. I mean, I'm not saying if I have gotten to fights, but for me, I think when shit goes crazy outside, I think to a certain extent, I could rest on the fact that I could be a little resilient because I've got my ass kicked and I know what the bad intentions are of bad people and I know exactly what to look out for. If fungi was a team, it would be a football team. It would be, out of all the sports, it would be a violent football team that knows how to defend itself. I don't know how else to say. If fungi was a military, fungi would be the United States. It would be. Or it would be whatever Stalin, that army was. I'm trying to say it's tough. It has to be resilient. Put through the paces. I mean, honest question. Okay, and this is it, and this goes out to everybody. Do you think The Last of Us could actually be turned into reality? I'm talking about Cordyceps infecting the population, so the population could be zombies. Could it happen? I think it could happen. I mean, I don't know about you, but again, I'm always fantasizing about the zombie apocalypse. And if the Cordyceps that you could buy anywhere, I'm guessing, could make human beings into zombies, sign me up and give me a loan for a Mercedes Sprinter van, okay? That's what I want. That's my go-to apocalypse vehicle. Give it to me. Just give it to me.
Zombification means modifying a host rather than just killing it.
And there's the definition to zombification. I didn't even know if that was such a word. I thought it was like just a genre on Paramount Plus, but eventually zombification is something that changes the DNA so completely that that is zombification. Look at that. We're learning something every day. Man, you guys got to check this out. Now, this is, I mean, just the images, and this is real life. This is the images that I see on this documentary. And if this is the way humans are going to look like, kind of, after the Cordyceps, of course, makes human people into zombies, again, sign me up, bruh.
Preys on one particular insect. The fungi zombify insect hosts, like beetles, moths, crickets.
Do those even look like what they are? The crickets don't look like crickets. None of them look exactly what they were supposed to be. And this is funny because, of course, The Last of Us got it right? Is like in the characters when in The Last of Us, if a person was a zombie, I mean, the guy couldn't think. It looks like a big acne problem in their head. The Last of Us, if you're a zombie, you really look like you could be the prime person for one of those face creams, because it's like acne and stuff like that. And the role of the fungi is pretty simple, guys. It's to infect the host, to eat off the host, and then to repopulate. It's like us. It's like human beings. It's like every other piece of a living organism. It's pretty weird because all the organisms act alike. We're all doing the same things. We are all trying to, have sex and repopulate. That's all we're trying to do.
Infects cicadas, and that fungus releases some psychoactive compounds that cause the cicadas to behave differently and mate with each other more frequently than they would otherwise.
This causes the fungus to transmit from one cicada to another.
Look at that. That is basically an aphrodisiac, right? Some fungi could infect a cicada and make them really horny. It changes their thinking, and they're like, oh my god. Once they smell the spore, they actually like, I need to go have sex. I need to experiment on the moves. Hell with the pickup lines. We're just gonna go pick up the ladies. That's exactly what the cicadas are thinking. Oh my god, the fungi goes through the cicada's abdomen and then infects the mind. Man, it's like going through the back door. It's like you don't know it's affecting you, and then it really messes you up. It's like all my ex-girlfriends. No? Okay. So underneath the fungi, they have this elaborate thing underneath that's called the mycelium. And the mycelium is actually pretty freaking cool. Looks like just a bunch of jellyfishes strung together. And I'm guessing this is what it uses to communicate with other fungi. In 1859, a guy named Alfred Wallace was actually the first scientist, and this guy was actually known, I'm guessing, with Darwin. He was the first scientist to actually research what it is for these of different fungi to control the mind. Here's a picture of the guy. He looks like a damn scientist. He had collected all these different specimens from different parts of the world, and while he got all these different things in the boat, guess what happened to the boat? It freaking got on fire and it sank. That is so fucked up. Like your life's work. Man, it's so hard to be a scientist back then because you have to get all these whatever you're collecting throughout the years, put it on the boat, and on the way back home, you think you're gonna do all these good things for the thing of science, and all of a sudden it all gets drowned. It all doesn't go there. You have a shipwreck and all your work is gone. That is so tough. That is so wild to think about, how an organism without a brain could make, like, let's say, an ant do really weird things. You kind of look at that and be like, what the hell is going on? I don't think no scientist understands how it really happens. How a fungi infects an ant, the ant does some weird stuff, causing, I mean, once the ant gets infected by these cordyceps, it starts acting like it's on cocaine, then it dies, and then a fungi grows out of its head. It's just all crazy. It's a crazy thing to me. I can't really grasp at it, So one theory is some scientists predict these fungi, cordyceps, whatever you want to call them, gets into the brain of an ant, and doesn't get into the brain but forms a barrier. So the barrier, the I guess whatever that layer is surrounding the brain, gets zombified, which is crazy because it still has all its motor functions, but the whole brain is surrounded by a layer zombie slime. I can't make this up. Elena Fisher from Instagram. We are fungus. Yes, we are. I mean, more other people than not, right? But it is pretty interesting because when this whole world was made, I mean, what were the first living organisms on Earth? It was fungus. So actually looked into the DNA of some of these fungi. We could actually backtrack all the way till the Big Bang. I'm not the Big Bang, but you know what I'm saying? When the world was populated with not Los Angeles toxic air. You know what I'm talking about.
That have figured out how to work with an animal brain, in this case ants, in a way that we can't.
The ants do fight back. They are social insects that groom each other, much like chimpanzees do.
I mean, I guess so, right? The ants does ant things. I mean, quite frankly, I would do it with my family members, but if it was any other person that I know tripping balls out because they took too much cordyceps, my first reaction would be like, hey, where's my phone? I'm going to record this. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to straight record it. You're acting like you're on meth. I'm going to record you. That's just what I do naturally. Every time I'm outside in public and I see, look, I don't record the transients. I don't record homeless people. I don't record people who've hit rock bottom. But if you look put together and you're tripping out, oh, bro, like I'm definitely going to record you. I'm going to live stream the whole situation. The whole situation. For the longest time, these scientists were trying to figure out there's a certain population of frogs or a certain area, and all these frogs were dying. And they figured out it was a fungi that caused their skin to not have the protective layer. And I'm like, that is so interesting. A fungi, let's say a cordyceps, with enough power to take off your armor. Man, I don't know what else to say here. My brain's trying to think. I can't think of anything. 90 different species of frogs are extinct from this earth because of this one fungus. That is crazy. 90 different species. Elena Fisher from Instagram says, fungi manipulates animals' minds and ours. I totally agree. I mean, look, I only speak for myself. Okay, Elena? I am a fan of the psilocybin. I am a fan of the mushrooms, and yes, it does alter your mind a lot. Now, I don't want it to be the cordyceps from The Last of Us, but I hope sooner or later in the near future, I hope that happens where we actually see zombies. I believe in predictive programming. But man, I totally agree. I think everything manipulates your body. Any living thing that you're eating, that you're putting in your body, will manipulate your DNA somehow.
Scientists worry someday some unknown fungi could make the jump from diseased animals to humans.
And that is what I am waiting for. Please. When is that going to happen? Could it be, if God really exists, could it be just after I buy my Mercedes Sprinter van and I trick it out with like a bed and a bathroom? Could I please? Please? When is that going to happen? And quite frankly, again, like I stated in the beginning of this podcast, are you ready? Do you have a go bag? Do you have a gun? Do you? Because things are going to get crazy out there. When people start turning into zombies, and what are you going to do? Have a baseball bat? What are you going to do? Give me my Louisville Slugger that I got from the batting cages? I don't think so. No, man, you need a gun, bro. You need a gun. I only have the bug assault gun. I love those kind of guns. If you shoot it just right, especially in the eye, you could do some damage. How do I know? Because I've been shot in the eye by one of those things. Gosh damn you. You know who I'm talking about that shot me in the eye with one of those bug assault things? And you were laughing because we're all drunk and I was laughing too. Damn you, you know who you are. Oh, that's interesting. Every year, and this is a straight fact, every year 1.5 million people die because of parasites, because of fungi. So, with that being said, I don't even know what to do with that information.
Does an impressive job of protecting against fungal invasion. Our immune cells consist of macrophages, which is Greek for large eaters.
This big patrol cells, they are everywhere in our body. They ingest a fungal cell. They ingest it, they eat it.
And that's what I'm talking about. Those are whatever the white blood cells are. They're going inside your body going, hey, yo, man, are you fungi? Are you? No? Okay. All right. You look like fungi. They basically racially profile fungi. Whatever those are. But that's a good thing because, look, your body has a lot of parasites and don't want to bring politics in, but, if it's an illegal parasite, the illegal parasite gotta go. Only legal parasites inside, right? Okay, enough of that shit. My friend did a parasite cleanse and like a 3-foot parasite came out. What are you trying to do to me, Elena? Are you trying to make me throw up here on my live stream? Gosh damn it. That's nasty. Oh man, that is so nasty. Look, I eat so much. I eat a lot because I eat one meal a day. So sometimes I'll eat like a 2,000 to 3,000 calorie meal. And people assume that I got tapeworm. I've I've seen tapeworm. That's in my stomach. I don't know. I don't know if it's in my stomach. I don't know. I don't know why. I eat a lot. But if that was in my stomach, bro, and you pulled out 3 feet of it, bro, if I was part of the DOJ, Department of Justice, or Department of Defense, even DOD, I'd be like, get that Filipino guy, deport him back to the Philippines again. We don't want his immune compromised tapeworm ass. Take him back. That's nasty though, Elena. I mean, thank God for your friend being a good friend enough to tell you that story, but if it was up to me, I'd totally cast that person off as a friend. Could you imagine? You being so shallow like that? Elena, we can't be friends anymore. Why can't we be friends? Cause you got a 3-foot parasite out your body a couple days ago. Oh, you're just a nasty human being. That's so bad.
There have also been increased cases of fungal diseases following COVID or severe COVID.
This is due to how the COVID-19 virus interacts with a person's immune system. The virus destroys the tissue inside the lung, which allows any opportunistic fungi to settle in.
Man, I can't even say anything because I was infected by COVID 3 times. I don't know what kind of fungi I have in my thing. I guess this documentary is saying if you did have the COVID virus, you're more susceptible to being a zombie. Basically, this is what that's saying. Because it weakens your immune system, it weakens your lungs, and so any spores from fungi, anything that you breathe in, could multiply inside your body. Is that why I am acting the way I'm acting? Is that why sometimes people speculate I'm on drugs? Is because COVID? I don't know. Could be.
It is fatal. Black fungus lives in soil, decomposing vegetation, and animal dung. When people get near any kind of fungus, they may inhale its spores. Humans take an average of 23,000 breaths per day. Each breath can contain from 1 to 10 fungal spores.
Man, again, the amount of eye-opening stuff, that image of them cleaning that bathroom with that spores, that's my bathroom right there. I am inhaling spores. Quite frankly, this is scaring the shit out of me. But at the same time, like the fungi being resilient all these years, that's why you see fungi everywhere, because it's such a, what's that word I'm looking for? Reluctant. It's strong. It's been tested. It's been battle tested. And I'm saying the more spores, toxic spores I inhale, I think the better. Is it right? No? There's something about that, like a person's microbiome, especially from third world countries. Have you ever noticed? Because I remember one time I went to Mexico, I ate a pizza, I got diarrhea for like a week, while the same people that probably eat that pizza every day were completely fine. It's because the microbiome inside your Elena Fisher. Me too. These LA bathrooms with no windows and shitty bathroom fans are killing us. Yeah, it's not even just our bathrooms. It's just LA. You know what's so nasty? I was riding my bicycle down the LA River on that bike path, and I see people like swimming in the river. I'm like, that's the LA River, man. That's where my shit goes. Of course, I swim in the ocean too. That's where all the shit goes. But I'm saying, like, I see these people like, it's a typical family. They didn't look transients. They didn't look homeless at all. They were just like, oh well, let's just pack up our stuff and just enjoy a day at the LA River. I'm like, what the fuck? The LA River, bro. The LA River. Oh man. 6 more minutes until this documentary is done. Let's do this.
Due to climate change caused the fungus to mutate and infect people. There was no way to stop it. In the real world, climate change may not spur parasitic fungi to conquer humanity anytime soon, but a warming climate may spur them to crop up in more places around the world.
Damn it. I mean, the sooner we get to the zombie apocalypse, the better. I would like to think so. What I'm trying to say, guys, is these cordyceps, okay, no matter how long, how many times I've been joking about this one particular matter, how I want zombies. Do I really want zombies today? No, I don't. Okay, real talk. I love people. I love my family, love my friends. You know, I wouldn't want them to be eaten by zombies. But in 100 years, would I want to see zombies? Of course I would. And if this is the way, if Cordyceps is the way to make us all zombies, all I'm trying to say for the people out there, be careful of what you eat. You are what you eat. Everybody knows that. You are what you eat. So start limiting your Cordyceps. Start limiting your psilocybin mushrooms, guys. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining me on this 1 hour of learning about Cordyceps, learning about fungi, learning about how certain insects totally controlled by this this fungi that's been on our earth for millions and millions of years. It's seriously an interesting documentary. Anyways, guys, my name is Kris Rubio. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.